Hi guys, I'm here to talk about a new plugin by Taco Studio called the Retarget Guru. It expands the possibilities of the built-in Unreal Engine retargeter to a whole new level. With this Retarget Guru, I would not just call it the retargeter anymore. It's closer to animation software. It lets you manipulate and customize your final animation output. In short, it lets you manipulate the bone and IK positions during the animation by automatically creating keys on its private timeline, copying and pasting those keys, create and manage bone lists, work on each animation separately, and or distribute the values across all other animations. Also, assigning and transforming and baking preview meshes or inheriting them from a source animation if your source animation already has one, and baking them onto the target on export, and much more. So if you have time and want to see how this plugin functions, get yourself comfortable and make sure to watch until the end so you don't miss any of the useful features. Alright, I'll be showing the example of this animation pack that doesn't quite look good on my custom character, even though it looks fine on the UE4 character. This actually the reason behind the Retarget Guru idea, when I just couldn't fix the way those animations look on my character inside the retargeter. So if you have similar cases where animations don't look good on your characters, often it happens with the fingers or shoulders, like in my case, you can find Retarget Guru very useful, especially if you're an animator and preparing your animation sets to multiple meshes. Okay, enough with the introduction, let's just get straight to the business. Alright guys, so before we start, to install the plugin, just go in the plugins window, installed, and just find Retarget Guru. After you check it, you will see the restart now button, just to restart your engine. After that, you will need to create this retargeting asset. For that, just right click on your animation, retarget, pick the new mesh, and then export the retarget asset. So after you open this retarget asset, you can offset your mesh if you need to, and I usually just deselect those markers, and then from the op stack just create Retarget Guru and you're good to go. Also want to mention that you want to forget about this export selected animations. If you do anything in Retarget Guru, only use these buttons here, bake preview or bake all animations. After you start working on the animations, you will see that this bake all also appears. Okay, so let's start from the top. The logo takes you to the store page, then viewport and bake menu. The show RG markers are the pickers for the bones. You can increase or decrease their size. If you click one of them, the selected bone will be automatically added to ungrouped list. Later, you will be able to move it up or down or assign it to the bone list. The next one is the move or rotate. You can also just use the regular shortcut keys on the keyboard. Alright, next one is this big option, the bone tweaking options, which include IK bones, the timeline, the selector for global keyframes, and the distribute button, also the bone list. Okay, why is it showing the... I guess I've been working on it and it remember all the keyframes, so you can delete the keyframes by right clicking. Alright, actually any changes you make, you can save this retargeter. They will be saved on each animation. Okay, so let's start from IK bones. By clicking this plus sign, you can add a IK row. So let's say we can add this hand. You can drag, you can use the arrows. If you are on the 0 frame, this distribute will work transferring only the 0 frame keys. Other keys are kept to each animation separately, but you can also copy and paste them across animations or inside the animation. So let's say, you know, I do this and then I do this. I can middle mouse click and drag this key. I can right click, copy this. It's set the global keyframe, so it will copy all the keys on this frame. If you deselect, it only shows the active row keyframe. So you can also do the same thing, and you can delete the keyframe if you don't like. Also, if to create the keyframe, just click middle mouse button if you need, or you can just start dragging and it'll automatically create this key. So it's really easy to use. And if you want to reset the key, you just press this button. It will reset it to the original animation state. Or you can, like for example, you create a bunch of keys and you just want to start over. You can press the trash can once. It will delete all the keys besides the 0 key, but it also zero out the 0 key. See, it will have no values. So yeah, if you press trash can once here, it will do that. If you press it one more time, it will show you that it will delete the row, and all these rows will be created for every animation, but all other animations will have 0 valued rows, so they are not affecting the animations unless you distribute those values. And let's say we're working on this first one. The values that we set will be only kept to the current animation. If we go back to another animation, you see all the values are at the 0, unless we decide to distribute the marked lists. And this distribute is this check mark. So you can uncheck this mark if you don't want to distribute those values for certain bones or IKs. And if you do, you just keep it active. This will let you just toggle on and off, so you can do a bunch of different stuff to this bone and just see if, you know, it works for you or not. Okay, what else? This is just you know, the blending. If you want less effect or more effect, I usually don't even bother using this. Okay, let's just and we can delete the rows that we don't use. So let's go to bone list. The next one is the bone list. You can create the list. So let's start with the fingers, because I don't like how the fingers look, and I will need to affect every animation, so I will be distributing those fingers everywhere. So I'll just set them first. Let's go to here. Let's name this fingers. Let's do the left. And when I click this plus sign, it will create the bones inside this list. So let's start. I'll just add the finger with the 0-1 index. Where's the pinky? The ring. And we can fold this to make more room for us. When you select the row, it will automatically enable the gizmo for this particular bone. Alright, so let's say we like this, and this also distribute button, check marks here, so we can distribute these fingers to all other animations. Like you see right now, the way the fingers are. And if we do Now all other animations will have the normal. Alright, so and if let's say you changed, and then you can just hit that again, it will do that. So the next, let's add one more list. Let's fix this left shoulder. Let's call this arm left. Let's add a clavicle. I'm just show you one trick with the clavicle, for example, the one that I always use for the shoulders. You can add two left clavicles and just deselect one. This says child, so it will not affect children bones. So right now, let's just kind of tweak this so the shoulders look, you know, this guy is like a big guy, so the shoulders should be looking more wide. But in this animation, you see this left, and see, because the not affecting the children bones, you can like really tweak this the way it looks. All right, so let's say we're done with the left arm. We can add the right arm. Let's fold this one. Arm right. I'm just gonna show you real quick here. Also, I want to tell you that, you know, you can use this gizmo, but every time you do this, you will see this check marks now is red. This is because the skeleton, let me open the skeleton. Yeah, it sits on the UFN. That's why it shows the UFN. You see the retargeting options are set, all the bones are set to the skeleton, because I was using, you know, a lot of meshes on the same skeleton, and sometimes this is useful. And this RO setting says that this bone is set to the skeleton, and whenever I use the transform, the baked animation will not be showing this because it's set to skeleton. If you want your animation to show it, you can either check this box. If you check it, you see that this bone is now set to animation automatically, and you will need to save the skeleton when you save it. But that's why I usually just use the rotation, but you know, you can do that. So make sure you select this if you want your animation to show this transforms. All right, so I'm gonna reset it, put it back real quick. Yeah, I need to deselect the child bones here. For example, something like this. The upper arm, maybe something like this. And I can also use the IK for this right hand. And for the right hand, for the IKs, you can use this gizmo, no problem. Maybe something like this. So let's say, yeah, I don't want this bone here. And let's say we add a spine bone to ungrouped list. Maybe spine 03 or something. So you can do, yeah, a lot of things. And if we don't want to distribute, we just can unclick this. And if we don't want, if we want to delete the list, if we click this trash can, this will delete the list, but it will bring the bones in the ungrouped list. If we press the red can, it will say that it will delete the bone lists and the bone rows. All right. So, and as you see, other animations are completely unchanged. And let's say we want to add this shoulder positions to other animations. We can just distribute it now, and all the animations are affected now. And for example, you are happy with the way your animation looks like, you can always uncheck the Retarget Guru to see the changes, you know, that you did. And just keep in mind that whenever you change this, the animation also changes with these new offsets. So as you see, the hand is now higher, and let's say we want to bring it back, I can reset the bone positions here. I can reset the bone position for the IK, you know, and it will automatically create the keyframe on that key. So let's say, but I want to kind of tweak this one, maybe like this, like this. Maybe like this. All right, so you get the idea. And what else I need to mention? So let's say we come to some point in the animation that we want to make some changes. Let's say I don't like the way it looks here, right? So I make changes on this right arm, on the clavicle. Oops, not this one, maybe this one. Or I can, you know, tweak some other bones. Maybe add the upper arm without the children selected to also like tweak just the way it looks, you know. Upper arm right, or this twist bones, for example. There's a twist bone. I can maybe do this, something like this, and it will automatically create this keyframe in this. So I recommend, you know, working it at one time frame and just make changes. Like let's say in this part we just stop the animation and we do all these changes, and then when you select this box, this is like a complete keyframe for all the rows, and you can delete this frame, you can copy this frame, or you can click on the middle mouse button and drag this frame, you know. And you can also pick another animation and just paste this global keyframe here too in other animation. So yeah, a lot of things that you can do, but distribute only works for the 0 frame. Just remember that. All right, next let's go to additive mesh, and you can inherit the source mesh if your source has a mesh. I will show you in a different example. There's one animator who sent me his animations, and I will show you just in a little bit. But here you can add actually the custom mesh also. For example, let's pick the left hand and let's add some mesh. It will show any mesh that you have, and let's say we pick this cone. We can resize it here. Let's make like a baseball bat or something from this cone. Just let's place it, and you can later copy those transforms and paste it in your blueprint if you need. Just right click, copy the transforms here. So let's say we have like this position, and we can also make the source show it if we need to. And if we want to add this mesh on the baked animation, we can click this button. And also forget about this export button. Don't use it for Retarget Guru. You use this one, bake preview for one animation, or bake all for all the animations. When you click this, it will let you pick the folder and suffix. And undo redo buttons here. Don't use Control Z, because this is like for inside the Retarget Guru. And guys, this is a new plugin. If you experience any bugs, please let me know. Okay, so for the preview mesh, let's say you added the preview mesh. I usually just just leave it here, for example, and then I just manipulate the bone. Let's say if you have a weapon bone or something, you can manipulate that bone to correct how it works. But you can like really change these animations to some animation, for example, where he uses a baseball bat or something, like just completely change the animation. So yeah, it's not just a retargeter anymore. It's like you can do some really custom stuff. You can really change your animations here. And let's see, if we want more room, yeah, we can fold one of the menus. I mean, it's still limited, of course. There is no control rig, but still it lets you do a lot of things. All right, let's say we're happy with this and we can bake this preview. And I guess this is the one. Actually, why didn't it bake the yeah, I didn't select the add-on bake. So if we bake now, I think it should be changed. Yeah, now you see we have the preview mesh here. Okay, so, and for the preview mesh, yeah, just to let you know that it creates another mesh with the assigned preview assigned mesh. So yeah, like in this animation now, you see it will place this new mesh here with the preview mesh. Yeah, that one. All right, so now I'm gonna show you on this example that this animator sent me, this Katana animations, I think. Yeah, this one. All right, we can inherit from the source animation. See, the source animation has this Katana weapon, and it automatically adds it here. Now we can fold this menu and we can work on this weapon right here. So I guess the trouble is like putting the sword inside the, how's it called, sheet or something. You can like just rotate it here a little bit and see now it's off. We can just reset, goes back. So let's say we can correct it here a little bit. So yeah, I think when he was rotating, yeah, see it's off a little bit, so we can just move it like this. Maybe here like this. So it's really fast workflow. Yep, that's it. It's done. And now we can bake. Also added on bake. Bake preview. Export. Okay, I need to find this animation now. Yeah, this one. So it also added to the animation. So I guess this is pretty much it, guys. Yeah. Let me know if you have any trouble, if some features, you know, some bugs or anything. This is a pretty new plugin. I've been testing it a lot, but you know, still I might miss something. And yeah, I hope you like it. If you do, please comment, thumbs up, you know, and if you buy it, leave a review on the store page, please. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.